Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pickup Vlogs. Please forgive me for being very hot, exhausted, and just like really whatever, cause just got off work, and I'm trying to get ready for Anime North, that's in a few days, so my schedule's gonna be really packed this weekend, and, there'll be probably a vlog on Anime North in the future, but, yeah, just, and also this will be the last episode before Anime North, so just keep that in mind. And as a little Easter egg, how ironic that I am doing this before Anime North, because one, I am actually rewatching a bunch of animes. Right now I'm rewatching InuYasha. I'm on the 3rd season, on the 3rd disc, but how appropriate. I thought I might show you this as a little Easter egg, so I'm just gonna move this shit. I am tripoding the whole damn episode on my stack of Japanese DVDs, like anything, you know, you got Power Rangers, Dragon Ball Z, InuYasha, Sailor Moon, Spirited Away, etc. So, I'm just gonna put that back there. It's just because, my tripod pretty much crapped out, while filming this, because I've been duct taping it, trying to keep it stable, but it's always on an angle, and it looks like something out of Battlefield Earth. But, anyway, this episode, just a little thing to point out, I've only got basically 4 things for this episode, but one of the things prompted me to show a little collection I've been doing, recently, that I thought I'd share with you guys, as a little bonus for this episode. So, let's get to it. The first thing I bought today is, this. It's just a Canadian flag. This is basically for the cosplay battle for, the forces going in with a big Canadian flag, very patriotism, or whatever you call it. But, it's sealed, I've already tested it, it's a pretty good flag. It's on a dowel. This was like a dollar store flag, and it's like $3, but, what happened was, the story about this is that they were just getting rid of all this right after Victoria Day. And so they were just getting rid of it, and they were storing it in the back. And I just said, "Oh, I'm looking for that. I'm looking for a flag, a big flag with a dowel." I keep saying tripod. And they said, "Oh, we got." And they said, "Well, we don't have any more." And then one of them said, "Oh, we got some in the bag." It's like, "Oh, can I just have one?" It's like, "Yeah, sure." So, they were originally, I think they were originally like $5, and then they gave me a discount for 3 because it was after Victoria Day. But yeah, just a Canadian flag for the cosplay battles. The next 2 things are actually kind of interesting, because I did kind of a trade with a really good friend of mine, and he's into Lego. I'm into Lego. Now, I haven't been buying Lego at all, like, for the past year or 2, because it's not in the budget whatsoever, although there's a few sets I really want. But, we did a trade with minifigures, and there's 2 minifigures that I got. One is actually a little bit rare, and then the other one is just because it's brand new. But, the first one I'd show is, the Man of Steel Superman. Yeah, so I got him, it's right out of the movie Man of Steel, which, if you guys want to know my opinion on Man of Steel, it sucks. I mean, there's a few redeeming qualities, but most of all, it sucks. I'll probably do a review of that in the future, but, yeah, the Man of Steel Superman, and that's gonna be added to the Batcave of my LEGO Batman series, which is actually in storage right now, so, yeah. And then the other thing to add, which is the really rare figure, is Spider-Man from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man Lego series. This is the Sam Raimi version. This guy is a little bit rare, unlike like the new I know a lot of people like think, oh, like with the new Spider-Man minifigures, like, yeah, we finally got a Spider-Man minifigure, but like I find the new Spider-Man minifigure is too blue. I mean, look at this guy. He's a lot more red than the new Spider-Man, I think. I think the new Spider-Man just looks too blue, and it's not really Spider-Man-esque, but this is the original back printing, front printing of the first Sam Raimi Lego Spider-Man. Now, the last thing, well, this is what's gonna lead up to this bonus material I'm about to show you, but, I found this at Goodwill for $2.50, and you're not gonna believe this. What I found. This actually came all the way, I'm not sure if it's from California, I'm not sure if it's from Florida, but here we go. It is a Terminator 2 3D blaster from the attraction at Universal Studios, most notably in Florida right now. But this, as you can see, it says Universal Studios, Terminator 2 with the Terminator skull. Now, I have tested it, it does work. And what's cool is that the batteries are almost like a magazine, so you can just go in there and just like, it's a bit of a bitch to get in, but then You slide it in, it's like, there you go, magazine. But yeah, it's chrome. This is probably from the 90s. I'm not too sure, but it's a really nice piece, and I'm really glad I got it. But what I thought I'd show you, because I got that, the Terminator gun, I was thinking, you know, this kind of prompted me into showing you guys my Universal Studios Florida memorabilia. And so today I'm just going to show off a few of my pieces that I have in my personal collection and so on. So the first thing are two items that I got from when I went to Universal Studios in last February in Orlando just to see how it's been and just to do the Kong review series. But I picked up a few things that were kind of, you know, little memorabilia pieces. One of them, I'll just do it now. But first thing we have is a Jaws postcard. They were just getting rid of these because the ride closed a few years ago, so they still had a little bit of memorabilia left from Jaws, but that's one thing they have. The back, it's just that, but I thought I'd get that just for keepsakes. The next thing is interesting because this is the E.T. keychain from the E.T. Adventure from Universal. I want to tell you the story about this quickly. I went on E.T. a bunch of times at the park because, I mean, it's the last good attraction left from the classic era. But interesting enough, the last day I was there, it was raining and barely anybody came. So I went on the E.T. ride like 4 times in a row by myself. And it gives you a really different experience because it's a lot more creepy, but you can actually pretty much do whatever you want. Like, when you're going through the government agents, I was like, book it, E.T.! Book it! And we were just flying off, but it also is kind of creepy because this is one dark area with fog and a creepy E.T. robot, and you're thinking, oh, please don't break down here. Please do not break down in front of this creepy E.T. I do not want to be stuck on a dark ride like that. But I just thought that was actually kind of funny. Now we have something here, which is a certificate of birth for a Velociraptor at the Jurassic Park area of Islands of Adventure. I was like the only one there who was looking at the little animatronic raptor that pop out of the egg at the visitor center, which if you guys have not been to Universal Studios at all, it's a fun ride. Go to the Jurassic Park section in Islands of Adventure. That's mostly the best. But there was a guy named Dr. Samuel Malcolm. Yeah, it's funny because he's no way. It's funny, he looks like he has the name that Jeff Goldblum has, but he looks like John Hammond, the guy who played him, or the guy that was there. And I just got to name a raptor. And the only name that popped in my head was Jessie, so that's what I named him. Or her, I'm not too sure, but as you see, it has the InGen logo. I was thinking about giving this to Jurassic Collectibles, which I love that YouTube channel. Jurassic Collectibles, if you're watching this, love your work, but I just thought I'd show this for him and for you guys, just the certificate of birth from Jurassic Park River Adventure. So the next thing I wanted to show you guys is actually a really cool little pendant from Universal. Now, this is like, here's the thing. I love the old King Kong ride from Florida. I went on that when I was really young, and I thought it was one of the best rides ever. But basically, they had when I went there, it was 10 years after that ride left, so there was no memorabilia whatsoever. But there was one thing left from the King Kong ride, and that is the pressed pennies. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a pressed penny from Confrontation. And so I printed it out. I spent 15 or 25 cents on this just to get a damn penny of King Kong, because I love this ride so much, and it was the only thing I could really get left from the attraction. This next piece is basically, I got this when I went to Universal Studios Florida in 2000, about over 10 years ago, and I bought it a giant size. It's funny, this shirt still fits me, but what it is a Jaws t-shirt from the ride, all the way back from 2000. As you can see, it's a really nice piece. It sort of hasn't really stood the test of time. There's a couple holes in it, but I keep this. It still fits me. It's a very nice t-shirt. I absolutely love this thing. I think, and it actually scared me as a kid, but this is one of the coolest pieces. Now, the next thing we have is something actually really kind of valuable. And I got this off eBay for like 25 bucks, and this thing could go for about 400. And what it is you prepare yourself, this is really cool. It's a King Kong plushie from 1986 from the King Kong encounter that used to be at Universal Studios Hollywood in the back lot. This guy is so adorable. I love this plushie. And the feet, hands, and face are plastic, so blah, blah, or blah, blah, blah. And it says touch me, because he's a vicious monster, but he has a kind heart. This guy is worth a lot now. And I'm really glad I got him, and basically he is a talking, like a sound gorilla, and he makes sounds based on the King Kong encounter roars, which is actually hard to come by. I wish there would be sound recordings from that. But this guy is he's so cool. I really like how I got him. 25 bucks on eBay. Really easy grab. But yeah, there's a battery pack in the zipper area, but you press his chest or whatever, and that's why it says touch me, which is weird. But he would roar and growl, and this is a really cool piece from the King Kong encounter that used to be at Universal Studios Hollywood. But there's one last thing. I've been kind of sneaking it here, but I think it's time I unveil this to you guys. Again, I got this off eBay, 25 bucks, and people have said this could have gone for so much more. This piece is probably the best thing in my Universal Studios collection in terms of the classic era. And yeah, eBay got it 25 bucks, shipped all the way from Florida to here in Canada. And I'm about to show you guys what it is. It is just flip the camera. It is a confrontation send-off salute, basically banner to close the ride in Universal Studios Florida. This piece is this is an amazing piece, basically. I got it. Basically how this works is that in September of 2002, I believe, they closed down the ride at Universal Studios Florida, which devastated us all in terms of classic Universal fans. But what they did was they had a send-off salute that people would gather together and just say goodbye to the Kong ride. But they had all these banners and this shit going all around the park to say goodbye, and they were saying, okay, this is today. It says festival begins at 4 or 5 p.m. In front of the confrontation attraction. And this is where Revenge of the Mummy stands now. But what's great about this piece is not only is it it's a hard piece. I think it's like a carbon fiber. I don't know what this is made of. It's probably like Bristol board or something. I'm not too sure. But what's great about this ride, or about this banner that I really love, well, first of all, the Kong face, that's awesome, is that it has all these signatures from so many people who have ridden the ride, saying their goodbyes to the Kong attraction. And this is really amazing to look at, just all these signatures from all these fans from the ride that just said their goodbyes and everything, and it really kind of touches your heart, I guess. But I'm really glad I got this. $25 on eBay. And this is probably the best piece in my entire collection. So there you go, the confrontation send-off salute banner. So we're just gonna put that back there. But yeah, and basically that's that for my Universal Studios collection. Just gonna focus that and so on. That's it for my collection, and just from the stuff I bought today. And there's one more thing. I just want to put it out there, because I'm a horrible self-promoter. Basically, for Anime North, I'm going to be part of a huge InuYasha photo shoot. Now, let me tell you, I love InuYasha. It's probably in my opinion, one of the best animes ever made, and one of the best written shows on television. And I used to watch it every night, and so on. It was the first time, because I was about 13 when the show came out, and as most people who watching first-time anime, it's like, what the fuck is this? But then, it was the first anime that really turned me from a kid to an adult. This is like this is the first time I saw, like, real, crude, dark shit happening in a show, and I was really blown away by it. I love the characters, I love everything about it, and I'm currently rewatching it all. I'm on season 3, but because I'm a self-promoter, I have something here. that I'm actually going to give to Scott McNeil at Anime North. And if you guys don't know, Scott McNeil is basically the Mel Blanc of Canadian voice actors. And he voiced Koga on the show, the Wolf Demon. But what I have here is just a little present for him. So, Scott McNeil, if you're watching this, that's cool. If not, I'll just give this to you at Anime North. But what it is this. This is a, sort of a script, story-wise, fan fiction that I've written. And it's the first book out of 7. And it's called InuYasha, The Next Chapter. And it's basically a story that takes a whole new series of stories that take place after the final act. Now, I haven't gotten to the final act yet, but I know what pretty much happens. But if you guys have not seen it, I will not spoil it here. But basically, this is what happens after that. And it will lead to something far bigger once I continue writing the second book. I'm still in the second book. But this is the remastered version that I went back in and just redid, and not really redid, but like fixed it up and twerked it a little bit so it would look a lot better. Twerk. But it's more this is more written as a mini-series. And it's basically, let me just say, the first 5 chapters of this story are a prequel that take place a year before the first events of the first series of InuYasha, and then the last few chapters, which is about, I think about 6 or 7 chapters, the last chapters are the start of the new series. But I will say right now, if you guys want to read this, any InuYasha fans who wants to read this, I'll put a link below. This is the special edition, and then there's the original version, which is on fanfiction.net. So I'll put a link there. You guys can read it and let me know your thoughts in the comments and so on. I would love to hear reviews because I have a new character that I created for this series, and if it picks up, I would love to see fan art. I would love to see this pick up so I can continue writing this and make it a new thing. But this is for Scott McNeil. This is for him as a present, and I have a few other voice actors I'm giving presents to, so that will be a little secret. And, but yeah, InuYasha, The Next Chapter. If you guys want to read my writing or read my story, link in below to fanfiction.net. But, that's it for this episode, guys, of, pickup vlogs and a little collection of my Universal Studio stuff. So, rate, comment, subscribe. I will probably do a vlog for Anime North as my character. It'll be probably a start of a series called Eldor Vlogs, which is a character that, is like a fantasy character who ends up in reality and just does vlogs. Comics are all about him. But anyway, I do this. But yeah, just rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video, and, that's all I really have. So, I'll see you later. Take care.